So this video is going to be a little bit different from the type of videos I normally make. It's going to be kind of giving everyone an update on what's going on. I've been kind of inactive lately. I haven't posted here in a couple of weeks. As a lot of you guys know, I am graduating college next week. I've studied computer science for the past 4 years for my bachelor's, and I will be making a really big move after school. So I also just wanted to talk a little bit about finishing up college and stuff too. I see a lot of YouTubers make a lot of videos that are of that style, kind of reflecting on their experience and such, and I want to do the same here. So I'll try to split the video into 2 different sections. I will put timestamps in the description of where the part of the video begins where I talk about future plans. So if you are usual here and you do not want to hear about my college experience, you do not have to. But if you are somebody who is interested in hearing what I'd say on that, you can stick around for the first half of this video. I have a cat with me. So I started college back in 2018. When I started college, I joined several D&D campaigns and such, and I got way more into anime and such. I wasn't so into anime before college because, you know, when you're in high school, teenagers are so judgy. I don't know what it is, but non-college teenagers, because I was 16 when I started college, so I was I was really young. But I mean high school teenagers, high schoolers are really judgy in general. So I think I just wasn't as actively into the things I'm into. And then I started cosplaying. I don't know if I have any older photos, but I'll share them. And I would go to conventions. I'd drag my sister out to them too. And because I had the ability to drive now, I was going to conventions, and once I was going to conventions, everything just it just went off. I just wanted to go constantly out and cosplay and go to conventions, and I loved the atmosphere, and I just felt that I fit in there so much, and I loved it so much because it was my little place that I'd found. I had a actually modeling style promotion, very basic. I was planning to be an influencer kind of Instagram account. I'd been working with local photographers to build a portfolio and such, and then I realized I like cosplay, so I just took a sharp corner. I just decided I wanted none of that because I'm wow, I can make costumes. So I remember crafting in my parents', so I used to live with my parents, and this area where this bed is was about all the free space I had. And that was when there was a king-size bed in my parents' place. And we weren't going to move it because we knew I'd move out in the next few years anyways. And that would have been a lot of effort on my parents too. So I remember being scared of sleeping on a sewing pin because I'd lay out all my fabric on the bed. And I remember having using every square inch of that place. I remember spray painting stuff in there and the entire room being just so horribly toxic. Making these friends that were really into anime and stuff. And being in computer science, it's also male dominated, so there was about one other girl at most usually in my classes. So it was kind of a lonely world for me, and through getting into anime and cosplay, I made a lot of friends that way. I could easily just strike up a conversation with someone about that. That's actually how I met my fiance originally. It really brought me community and friends, and I got into a whole D&D group which became my friend group, and just went from there because of my interests in anime, gaming, and cosplay. And yeah, you know, my grades haven't always been the highest. I've never been a straight A student in college. I was in high school because I also feel in middle school and high school, I didn't go to a private school or anything, so I can't speak for this. But I went to public school in New York, and I didn't have anything that was really bogging me down, so it was very easy to get straight A's. I would just need 30 minutes to knock out my homework. I was in all AP classes too, and I did pretty well. So it was never challenging, and I got to college and my classes were super challenging. I'm actually really glad that I spent a lot of my free time playing D&D and cosplaying and doing these things and making videos like this and working on skill sets other than computer science, because at least, I don't know how it is in other fields, but people in tech, for the most part, their life is tech, you know, and that's pretty much true for me too, considering how much I do with video editing and such. But it's really unusual to find somebody who has hobbies other than just gaming or something like that. in a technology field, at least in my opinion, from what I've seen. And I think it really helped me to become a more interesting person, and it helped me socially quite a bit too. I was bullied and didn't have any friends in like middle school and high school. Until my last year of high school, I didn't really have friends. There were one or two people that always supported me at my school, but that was about it, and my parents and my siblings. So I was really lacking a lot of social skills because of that, and I think between content creation and just being into the things I was into in college, it really helped me to come out of my shell. And that's why I say for anyone going into college, do not just be an academic person. Like, unless your family is like, wow, you have to get straight A's or nothing, like, I get that, go like be a straight A student in that case. Or unless somebody's like pressuring you, or that for some reason, like, I know like law school or something like that, you have to be in like the top 10%. But like for me in computer science, you could get C's and be okay. I know it's probably like a bad thing to say that that's okay, but I think that's okay. I also worked at my campus's IT like help desk kind of area, and that was really fun because then I got experience. I definitely recommend if you're like going to college, or if you're in college, like trying to work on campus doing something, because it was the most comfortable job ever. My first job working was Walmart. That's how I first afforded cosplay. I bought my Diva cosplay at Sphere Halloween for $60. Absolutely not worth $60. Just a heads up. But I would never work that job again. So whenever I'm struggling in a class, I just go and I tell myself mentally, do you really want to work at Walmart again? that's like my motivator. It's like the thing that, like, if I'm like in a slump and I like, can't stop getting distracted, I go, wow, remember that time at service desk at Walmart? And I'm like, no, I will never go back. I was not a natural at a lot of things in computer science. I know a lot of things come very natural for a lot of people in the tech field. I'd always been a computer nerd too. Like, I played Sims as a kid, and it just kind of like evolved into me liking everything to do with coding and technology. Before I started college, I knew how to code, and I could like make programs and stuff too. And I'd actually won a hackathon before college, but I got to college and it was, it's kind of humbling. But, you know, like, I still had, like, I did have to, like, retake a class and such, and I was actually very mad about that class. You needed a 75 to pass, and my professor gave me a 74.2. I was very, very angry about that, and then he retired. So, no, you don't always have to, like, be a perfect student. I definitely think you should, like, enjoy things in your day-to-day life. It's gonna be really hard moving to a new place right after college, because I'm not gonna know anyone. I've already joined a few cosplay groups online and such. It's like the first community I've really built for myself, you know, like I didn't grow up with any communities. I just kind of was always like by myself, so it was really nice to have that. But what makes me feel better is that all my friends are also moving all across the country. So either way, I wouldn't have them. So my favorite thing was definitely, we have a student union on campus, and there was a basement room with a pool table. And my D&D party used to meet there every Friday night starting at like 6 p.m. and we would literally play until like 11 or 12, sometimes until the union people would tell you you have to go, you'd play. And we played D&D every Friday night, and that was like the best experience ever because I loved it so much. I got to accomplish some really cool techie things. I'm not gonna go too into those here because, to be honest, this is my like, I don't talk about tech space, you know, unless it's like Photoshop, because every now and then I need to clear my head of everything to do with like AI and neural networks. I need a break from neural networks at some point, okay? And like data science, and I love those things, but like this is our like we speak human here. We we don't speak computer science here. If you don't know what to study, definitely study tech. Like, it was really challenging, but if I can handle it, then I think others definitely can too, with enough ambition and self-discipline. Self-discipline is like everything, absolutely everything. And a lot of people too just go into like computer science for like money, and you can do that. Obviously it's probably like one of the better fields to be in for the future, but do what you enjoy still. Like, I've seen a lot of my friends who are in other majors that typically don't get hired still get jobs in those fields and be very happy. I feel like I just always had the proficiency to like learn Photoshop on my own, learn video editing software, and I like knew how to troubleshoot every issue I'd encounter on computers, because that's really what you learn when you study computer science, is just problem solving. Like you learn, okay, so this issue's happening, like what angle am I going to tackle it from, basically. And that's very important in all aspects of your life. I think we should all have a problem solving skill set. And that's also why I think technology should be a required topic in schools, considering we all have phones in our hands 24/7. I think it's kind of ridiculous we don't know how they work. I actually worked with kids one summer, and a lot of younger people, I'd say that like I'm old, I'm not that old, I'm 20. A lot of kids though, you know, you ask them where their downloads folder is on their computer, and it is, I don't know, because, you know, yeah, you can be really fast and click really fast, but they don't actually know what's happening, and that's a little bit, you know, like, I learned the same thing in history for 4 or 5 years straight, and never learned, like, until my last year of high school, because we just got a computer science class. I like had never had the chance to do like actual tech stuff. If we had a tech class, it was a woodshop class. Computer science degree, I definitely suggest it to anyone else. I don't really have anything bad to say either. Like, yeah, I dealt with a few egotistical snobs, and that's a nice way to put it. I dealt with some people who had some personality problems, you know. A lot of people go into tech because they like don't like people, so they'd rather look at a screen all day, and I don't think that that's the right reason to necessarily go into tech, because you still have to talk to a lot of people, and you have to be a functional human being, and you do a lot of group work. Like, I at least had one group project every semester. So on to the second half of the video. So as for plans, I will not be posting a lot. Probably I'm gonna scrape up any footage I have left on my hard drive, of video footage from Comic-Cons and such, and think of any video ideas I can get, but I will not be making video content for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So I do plan to do the Miss New York USA pageant. I will see what I can videotape of that. I got kind of worried at orientation because it sounded like a lot of your stuff, you have to label everything and stuff, and other people are moving around your things, so I don't know how I feel about bringing my camera. I might do it all on my phone, so I might clear out my phone's storage and just film everything on my phone for those days. I'm also gonna do some graduation vlog kind of stuff, definitely like showing me finishing college. I plan to do a session for all me and my friends to take our graduation photos, so you can definitely expect some cute Instagram photos of graduation stuff. And then I also have 2 final sewing projects I'm kind of doing, but I got really sloppy with filming, because I didn't get COVID at least, but I got like sick twice in the past month. I genuinely think I'm just really stressed, and like, it's not like I'm getting sick, it's just kind of like, oh, okay, like I'm just walking around with like congestion for a week straight. And it kind of sucks. I'm finishing my Hilda cosplay from her aged up version from Fire Emblem, Their Houses, and then I'm also making a dress for graduation. And I'm hoping to finish those this weekend, and because I'm in such a time crunch, I really don't have the time to take good video clips of it. I'm gonna try, but also I kind of lack the energy. And then if I have enough video footage of that, the problem is I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of time to sit down and edit in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Also, I'll be staying with my parents for one of the weeks likely, and if I do stay with my parents, I'll have my laptop, and my laptop, it does not want to edit videos. We'll put that in short. So that we'll handle that when that comes. And that's pretty much the plan for the next couple weeks. Like, I'm finishing editing my Kokomi set hopefully today. I know I keep saying like, when we're gonna get it done, I'm gonna get it done, but I literally have like this much time. So that's kind of like an update on like where this is going. So I guess I hate to say the word hiatus because I read webtoons. I don't know who else here reads webtoons, but there's certain webtoons where the writers like, I'm going on hiatus again, like nonstop. And then they just like don't come back really ever, and like post like 5 episodes and they leave again, and I'm like always, that's why I hate the term hiatus. I hate it so much. But I guess it would be a little hiatus, because I'm not really gonna be that active. I won't be as active as usual, but then once I am in the new location, It'll be a massive apartment. It is gorgeous. And we are moving to a much prettier place. Sorry, upstate New York. Upstate New York's very beautiful. But it is, I don't, from the photos I've seen, I don't think it's as much on the new location. So there'll definitely be some cute cosplay photos as long as I can build the confidence to go out, and whatever job I pick up, it doesn't keep me too busy. On Instagram, I'm gonna try to do it at least every 2 to 3 days when Instagram doesn't just like throw my account to the curb. But it's probably not gonna be anything too exciting. I'll probably post some more personal stuff too since graduation's coming up and all of that. If there's anything you guys would like to see on my accounts that I did mention, and you'd like to see like photos of it or whatever, like progress photos and such, let me know in the comments. I always want to know what you guys have to say. Also, that means no review videos for a few months. I know review videos usually do really good on this channel, but my address changes in a month, and every cosplay company takes 2 to 3 months, or they say so. Sometimes it'll come a whole month early though. And then, you know, I'd like to wait till I'm there obviously, and then it's going to take a couple of months. Feel free to DM me on Instagram, comment, like, whatever. I really appreciate you guys interacting, and I still will respond to all my DMs on Instagram. I make it a point to always respond to DMs on Instagram unless there's like no way I can't respond. Like some people DM me and they just go, hi. And I don't necessarily look to chat, but if there's something you want to say, like, I'll definitely respond, you know? And definitely I don't really respond to flirty stuff either, so just keep that in mind if you do message me. Alright, I will see you guys probably in a couple of weeks, maybe next week. Don't know for now, but it definitely won't be more than a month. Okay, bye!